So I was asked by several practitioners to give a little video demonstration of the use of these hernia clamps. I started making them myself after Haggard quit making them on my lathe, and have decided to offer them to other equine practitioners for their use. I have two different sizes that I make. This one is about 6 inches, a little over. This is about 9 inches. I use the smaller clamp for anything up to about a 2-finger hernia, and the larger clamp from 2.5 to 4.5 finger hernias. So first we're going to place the foal in dorsal recumbency under short-term general anesthesia. You can see that I have pre-placed one elastrator band on the end of one of the hernia clamps. I then will take a towel clamp and place it towards the cranial and distal end of the hernia sac. I then either ask the owner or an assistant to hold these up with significant tension, but not enough tension that you're going to tear the skin, kind of at a 45 degree angle up and out. Once that's accomplished, we take the umbilical clamp, slide it over the hernia sac, and then I use, because I have, and we want to center it over the hernia sac, because I've pre-placed this umbilical clamp, I use finger pressure on the other end, and I melt the contents back into the abdominal cavity with my finger pressure. Once I am uptight against the abdominal wall, I place my second elastrator band over the other end, and at that point we release the tension on the towel clamps and remove them. After the towel clamps are removed, I then stack additional elastrator bands, alternating from one side to the other. And I keep doing this until I have 5 or 6 elastrators on each end. I know there's other umbilical clamps out there that use bolts and wing nuts. The nice thing about these clamps is they're self-tightening. So as the skin starts to necrose, the elastrator bands continue to put additional tension on the dead skin. Of course, you're going to want to make sure that the foal is up to date on tetanus. I tell the owners to ignore the clamps, as definitely not to pull on them or try to take them off. Typically, the clamps will fall off on their own in 2 to 4 weeks. At that point, you are left just with a raw area, oval raw area, and if the clients want at that point, they can just keep it clean, make sure they use some kind of fly control during the summer. I've done several hundred of these over 43 years, and I've never had one go south on me. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions or want to contact me, feel free. Thank you.